Hey there, it's Mr. Alexander, and today I'm going to talk to you about problem solving with three-dimensional Venn diagrams, which is part of IB subtopic 3.7. And I want to show you one of these three-dimensional Venn diagrams that appeared on paper 2 several years ago. I'll walk you through the process here. 40 families were surveyed about the places they went to on the weekend. Places were either the circus, the museum, or the park, and we're told some things about them. So what I'm going to do is on a separate sheet, I'm going to go ahead and try and draw a Venn diagram that would be representative of these numbers here. And let's get lined up here. You should always start with the universe. It's usually just a big old rectangle. And inside that universe, since we've got the circus, museum, and park, we should have 3 circles. One for the circus, one for the museum, one for the park. And what I always tell my students is start from the center, work your way out. So how many went to all 3 places? Well, that'd be right here. 4 families went to all 3 places. So that would be dead center, middle of our graph. And we're going to work from there. Now I want these intersections, so like the ones who went to the circus and the park, or the museum and the circus, or the museum and the park. I see one right here. 7 families went to both the circus and the museum. Circus and the museum are these 2 sectors right here, but not the park. So this one includes the park, but this one does not. So I'm going to write that 7 right there. 3 families went to both the circus and the park. These 2 sectors are the intersection of the circus and the park, but not the museum, which is that part. So we're just talking about this sector right here. That's where the 3 belongs. 1 family went to the park only. Those are the folks who went to the park only. 14 families went to the park, which means the entire park circle needs to add up to 14. So 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 6 equals 14. So now this says 14 families went to the park. 22 families went to the museum. So the museum circle has to add up to 22. Right now it's at 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 6 is 17, which means 5 went to the museum only. 16 families went to the circus. Right now we've got 14, 7 plus 4 plus 3 is 14, which means 2 went to the circus only. If I know that the universe has 40 people in it, then what I need to do is add these all up and see how much is left for the number of families who went to none of these 3 places. So 2 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 1 gets me to 28, which means there are 12 families who went to none of these 3 places. Now that I've drawn the Venn diagram, I'm ready to start answering questions about it. So let's take a look at what those questions are. I'm just going to put this right here and draw a Venn diagram. Find the number of families who went to the circus only. Well, we already decided that was 2. And next, went to the museum and the park, but not the circus. So they went to the museum and the park. That's these 10, but not the circus. So just these 6. Did not go to any of the 3 places on the weekend. Those were those 12. Now that was asking for a number. The next one's asking us for a probability. Now probability is usually expressed as a fraction, a decimal, or a percent. Your choice on that. I'll go ahead and list it as a fraction and as a decimal. Okay, so we've got 40 people in here in the universe, and we're going to pick one at random, one of the 40. What's the probability that the family we picked went to the circus? Well, how many are in the circus circle? There are exactly 16 people who went to the circus, which means we have a 16 out of 40 chance of picking a family at random that went to the circus. And as a decimal, that's 0.4 or 40% if you prefer. 2 or more places. The families that went to 2 or more places are these 4 sectors right here, the 7, the 4, the 3, the 6, the intersections. 2 or more includes 3, so we've got 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 7 is 14, plus 6 is 20, which means we've got a 20 out of 40 shot of picking a family that went to 2 or more places, which of course is 0.5 or 50%. Next, we're going to find the probability that they went to the park or the circus, but not the museum. So that word or means they went to the park or the circus, which is these entire, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these sectors. That's what or means. It could be any one of these 6 sectors. But then they also say, but not the museum. So that's going to get rid of these 1, 2, 3 sectors. So park or the circus, but not the museum. So that's just this 1, this 3, and this 2, which means we have a 6 out of 40 chance of that happening, which is 0.15 or 15%. Find the probability that they went to the museum, given that they also went to the circus. Now that given that statement is what limits your universe. So given that they went to the circus means we're only looking at the people who went to the circus, which is a whole 16 people. Now of those 16 people, how many went to the museum? Well, that would be these 7 went to the museum and these 4 went to the museum. 7 plus 4 is 11. So there is an 11 out of 16 chance that they went to the museum, given that they went to the circus. And of course 11 out of 16 is 0.6875 or 68.75% probability if you prefer. And that's how you do it. That's how you tackle these 3-dimensional Venn diagrams. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.